So what I'm going to talk to you about is whether, have you tried everything to sort your dog's behaviour? Now that is something I hear loads when I'm doing consult calls. You know, people will say, we've tried everything. What you've done is you've tried everything, either you know, everything you've been taught, or you've tried everything you feel comfortable with. And often when we talk to people, I'm just out with my boys, when I talk to people about if they have tried everything and we go through what they have tried, a lot of it stems to, we've tried giving the dog lots of rewards. Fantastic. That's exactly what we want to hear. We want to hear that you've rewarded your dog for all the right things. But the trouble is, what's happened, or what's missing, is often, well, how do we stop? How do we intervene with the problematic behaviours, and what do we do about that? And so then what I will see, oh, Rocky, you want to be in this? What we'll see a lot of then, or hear a lot of, is the sort of notion of, I've been told that if I correct the behaviour that we don't want to see, that's going to somehow make things worse. It's going to change the dog's personality. It's going to result in a dog that's less happy. And ultimately, what we're coming into running up against is often where people have had a lot of ideas put into their heads from a narrative that actually dogs don't need any form of corrections in their lives at all, and actually they just need from us a whole load of reinforcement. Hello, boys. My dog's down there. You know, and what I say to everybody is that, like, for some reason our society is very comfortable with dogs correcting other dogs. You know, these two have corrected each other for, you know, doing something that they don't want to do. You know, it's under my control and I can stop them in a moment. But often when we really want something, we often have to confront the uncomfortable nature that actually we have to be able to put very clear bits of communication to the dog that says, I don't like that. I don't like what you're doing right now. Okay. And these two have been corrected by me, and they're not exactly, you know, fearing me. You know, this is a Terrier who's Mr. Independent, and this is a prey-driven nutcase, and we're sat in the forest and they're just hanging around me because I've come to a stop to talk to you about what you need to do with your dogs, or what could you do with your dogs. And by following this channel and tuning in, I'm bringing you along the ride to see dog behaviour modification, whether you've got a reactive dog, a resource guarding dog, a dog with no recall, a dog that's bitten people, a dog that might have bitten other dogs, actually what it looks like, and actually what you can achieve by doing kind of everything. Because whenever people say to me, we've done everything, and when we talk about rewards, often they've just been told to give rewards, and the dog doesn't really understand why they've been given that reward. There's no clear piece of communication that is in there. So, and then through that, you can then tell the dog what you do want, what you don't want. The dog needs a positive marker, and it also needs a negative marker. And often when dogs don't have that negative marker, they're just left wondering. It's half the puzzle that's given to them. Half the puzzle of what the dog is aiming for isn't given to them. They're sort of left in this, well, I'm being rewarded, but it's not particularly clear. And then when we talk about play as well, the play has to satisfy the dogs. It has to tap into their genetic wants and needs. So playing with a border collie is going to be very different to playing with him, a terrier, and him, a Malinois. Although very similar, because he likes the herding games as well. He couldn't care for herding games. He hates herding games. He's like, oh, this is because it doesn't tap into his genetic fulfillment. He loves chasing a ball. He enjoys it, but he very much enjoys a game of tug, way more than anything else. So that's why, you know, providing these guys with their genetic fulfillment through play is so important, to make sure they're not difficult on a day-to-day basis. I've scratched that genetic itch. So you might have tried everything, but have you truly tried everything?